Language diversity among AB English language students in ASCAD, a case study. Language diversity plays a crucial role in shaping the academic and social experiences of English language learners, ELs, particularly in multicultural classrooms. For students enrolled in the Bachelor of Arts in English Language program in ASCAD, linguistic diversity not only influences their communication styles but also their approach to learning the English language. This case study aims to explore how language diversity affects AB English language students in ASCAD in terms of learning efficiency, classroom participation, and language development. Literature review. Research has shown that multilingualism in educational settings offers both challenges and opportunities. According to Cummins, 2000, linguistic diversity can enhance cognitive flexibility and metalinguistic awareness. However, Garcia and Wei, 2014, argue that language hierarchies often marginalize non-dominant languages in English language classrooms. In the Philippine context, studies such as those by Tupas, 2015, highlight the tension between English proficiency and native language maintenance, emphasizing the importance of inclusive language policies in higher education. Key issues: varied language backgrounds among AB English language students in ASCAD. Language barriers affecting classroom interaction. Code switching and its effects on English language acquisition. The role of native languages in identity formation and academic confidence. Methodology. Case study design. A qualitative case study approach was used to examine how linguistic diversity affects English language learning among AB English language students in ASCAD. Study participants. The study involved 15 AB English language students in ASCAD from different regions, representing a range of first languages including Bisaya, Surigaonon, Ilonggo, Tagalog, and Manobo. Data collection. Data were gathered through semi-structured interviews, classroom observations, and focus group discussions. Interviews explored students' language experiences, while observations assessed their use of English and native languages in class. Research questions. Section 1. Language background. What is your first language or mother tongue? What other languages or dialects do you speak fluently? How often do you use your native languages in academic settings? Section 2. Language learning experiences. How would you describe your experience learning English throughout your academic life? What challenges have you faced in learning or using English in the classroom? Do you think your native language influences your ability to learn English? How? Section 3. Language use in the classroom. In what situations do you use your native language during class or study sessions? How do your professors or classmates respond when you use a language other than English? Have you experienced any form of bias or discomfort due to your language background? Section 4. Identity and language. How important is your native language to your personal or cultural identity? Do you feel pressured to speak English perfectly in class? Why or why not? How does being multilingual affect your confidence in English-based academic tasks? Section 5. Language support and strategies. What strategies do you use when you find it difficult to understand or express something in English? What kind of support, from teachers or peers, helps you most in improving your English? What recommendations would you give to improve the learning environment for multilingual students in the AB English program? Responses. Section 1. Language background. Q1. What is your first language or mother tongue? A. My first language is Ilonggo, but I also speak Tagalog and a little bit of English at home. Q2. What other languages or dialects do you speak fluently? A. Besides Ilonggo, I'm fluent in Tagalog. I can understand Surigaonon but I can't speak it well. Q3. How often do you use your native languages in academic settings? A. I mostly use English in class, but when talking with classmates outside class or in group work, I often switch to Bisaya or Ilonggo. Section 2. Language learning experiences. Q4. How would you describe your experience learning English throughout your academic life? A. It was challenging at first. In high school, we didn't speak English much, so when I entered college, I struggled to express myself. Q5. What challenges have you faced in learning or using English in the classroom? A. I get nervous speaking English in front of the class because I'm scared of making grammar mistakes or mispronouncing words. Q6. Do you think your native language influences your ability to learn English? How? A. Yes, because sometimes I translate my thoughts from Manobo to English, and it doesn't always come out right. Section 3. Language use in the classroom. Q7. In what situations do you use your native language during class or study sessions? A. I use it during group discussions when classmates are from the same region or municipality. It's faster to explain things in our own language. Responses. Section 3. Language use in the classroom. Q8. How do your professors or classmates respond when you use a language other than English? A. Some professors remind us to speak English, but classmates are okay with it, especially when we're just clarifying ideas. Q9. Have you experienced any form of bias or discomfort due to your language background? A. Yes, some students make fun of my accent or say my English is deep province or nittibo, which makes me feel embarrassed. Section 4. Identity and language. Q10. How important is your native language to your personal or cultural identity? A. Very important. It connects me to my family, my roots, and who I am as a Manobo. Q11. Do you feel pressure to speak English perfectly in class? Why or why not? A. Yes, especially in oral presentations. I worry that classmates will judge me if I sound different. Q12. How does being multilingual affect your confidence in English-based academic tasks? A. It's a mix. Sometimes it helps because I can think in different ways, but it also makes me hesitant when I'm unsure which language to use. Section 5. Language support and strategies. Q13. What strategies do you use when you find it difficult to understand or express something in English? A. I try to find simpler English words, or I ask a classmate to help explain it in Bisaya or Tagalog. Q14. What kind of support, from teachers or peers, helps you most in improving your English? A. When teachers are patient and let us practice without pressure. Also, peer feedback during group work helps me a lot. Q15. What recommendations would you give to improve the learning environment for multilingual students in the AB English program? A. Teachers should allow some use of our native languages during brainstorming or early drafts. It would help us express ideas better before translating them to English. Data analysis. Data were analyzed using thematic analysis, focusing on patterns related to language use, challenges in English learning, and attitudes toward multilingualism. Step 1. Data familiarization. Researchers read through interview transcripts multiple times to understand participants' perspectives. Step 2. Initial coding. Researchers highlighted key phrases and grouped responses with similar meanings. Codes include difficulty expressing ideas in English, use of native language for clarification, fear of judgment when speaking English, pride in native language. Step 3. Identifying themes. Theme 1. Multilingual identity and pride. Description. Students feel a strong connection to their native languages and express cultural pride. Participant quotes. Speaking Bisaya is part of who I am. Theme 2. Language insecurity. Description. Some students feel anxious about their English skills, especially with pronunciation and grammar. Participant quotes. I'm shy to speak because my English is not that good. Theme 3. Code switching as a strategy. Description. Code switching is common and used to improve understanding or comfort when expressing complex ideas. Participant quotes. Sometimes I switch to Tagalog so my friends understand me better. Theme 4. Institutional language pressure. Description. A perceived expectation to speak perfect or standard English in academic settings. Participant quotes. Professors expect us to speak straight English, even if we struggle. Theme 5. Peer support and collaboration. Description. Students use group work in mixed languages to support learning. Participant quotes. We help each other explain in our dialects after class. Step 4. Interpretation and discussion. The analysis reveals a dynamic balance between embracing native linguistic identities and adapting to the academic expectations of English proficiency. Many students express confidence in their multilingualism but also feel pressured by an ideal English norm that can cause anxiety or withdrawal in class participation. Code switching appears to be a natural learning tool rather than a hindrance. Institutions can support students by recognizing and valuing their linguistic backgrounds in curricula and pedagogy. Results, analysis, and discussions. This case study revealed that students often rely on code switching as a coping mechanism in English discussions. While this strategy aids comprehension, it sometimes limits deeper engagement with complex English texts. Participants expressed pride in their native languages but acknowledged the pressure to conform to an ideal English accent. Language diversity fostered peer support networks, yet also led to linguistic insecurity when students compared their proficiency to peers from urban centers. Here is the transcript matrix. Questions, sample response, initial code, and theme. Theme summary. Multilingual identity and pride. Students value their native languages as a core part of their identity. Language insecurity. Many feel nervous about speaking English, especially when judged for accents or grammar. Code switching as strategy. Code switching helps students better understand content and communicate in groups. Institutional language pressure. Expectations to use correct English create stress for learners. Peer support and collaboration. Classmates are key to helping each other succeed, often through translation or clarification. Supportive learning environment. Teacher empathy and flexibility promote more inclusive English learning. Conclusions. Language diversity among AB English students in ASCAT presents both a resource and a challenge. Acknowledging and integrating students' multilingual realities into instruction can enhance language learning outcomes and foster inclusive educational environments. Future studies should investigate how institutional policies can support linguistic equity in higher education. Here are the references. Thank you.